Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Chilean Revolution. My name is Jack. We're only 12 days into January, but there has been some transfer activity. I can't remember if I told you about Lanzini and Arnautovic, but we did sell them a few weeks ago. Lanzini to Newcastle for 18.5 and Arnautovic to Fiorentina for £9 million. So there's a decent amount of money there. Joel Powell has gone on loan, he's a youngster. Mark Noble, Mr. West Ham himself, he came to me, he said, look, I'm not getting any game time, I love the club, but I need to be playing at my age. And I said, I really want to keep you, Mark, you're Mr. West Ham. He wasn't having any of it. He said he needed to play, and if he wasn't going to get any game time, he'll have to go elsewhere. And I thought, fair enough. We've got £9.5 million from him. He's gone to Hull. It's disappointing to see, but we're going to have to live with it. He just didn't want to stay. But we have brought in a couple of players. Now, obviously, these two players are brought in before the other two have left, basically. I haven't brought in a centre midfielder yet to replace Marky Noble. But there's two that bids have go in for, and that is Manquillo. He's on the move. I think he's Marseille he's going to. And Fabianski has been unregistered from the team, and he's got 6 months left on his contract. He's not gonna get any game time. I'm not gonna offer him another contract. So I thought, I'm gonna need another goalkeeper. Shall I wait until the summer or get one now? I had a look. Mr. England himself, Mr. World Cup saviour, Jordan Pickford he was unhappy at Everton, and I thought, okay, he's unhappy. I'll just put in a bid of 16.5 mil just to see what they want. Because I would have thought 30 mil, something like that. They accepted it straight off. I was like, okay. So, and the best thing is we've got him on a rotation contract as well. So perfect, £16.5 million on a rotation contract, so he's not going to moan if he's not playing. So we've got 2 top quality keepers in Karius and Pickford, and that's quality, if anything. I don't usually have 2 fantastic keepers, but we do. Matt Lowton from Burnley. Like I said, Manquillo is on the move because he's never played, so I thought I don't want to spend too much on a right back. I just want a stopgap, if you will. Matt Lowton was in. He's better than Manquillo. He is a bit older. His star rating's not as good, but he is better stat-wise. Worked that one out. So, yeah, brought him in. And there is some other movements, but I will show you them in the next episode because they're not quite done. Anyway, results. It's gone fairly well, if I'm honest. Man United and Derby, we played last episode. We lost to Man United and beat Derby. We then drew against Southampton, played absolutely dreadfully. Just terribly. As you can see, Brunette was on a 5.7. It was just a horrendous game. I'm surprised we got a draw out of it, if I'm honest. Yarmolenko getting a goal for us, pulling one back. We then beat Liverpool 1-0, Theo getting the goal. We dominated Liverpool, if I'm honest. We should have probably won by 2 or 3, but 1-0's fine. We then did smash Huddersfield. I'm not classing them as our bogey side anymore. We're just too good for them. Yarmolenko getting a brace and Sir House getting a brace as well. We did start a couple of the fringe players. So Sir House started, Sessegnon started, Reece Oxford started at the back. And you've still won 4-1, which is fantastic. And then we just played Leicester and we beat them at 2-1. Theo and Moreno getting the goals in that one. There was something about this match, and I can't remember what it was. It's Jordan Pickford's debut. There we go. And recently, Declan Rice has been playing a few games as well. I know Tig, who watches these videos, he loves a bit of Declan Rice. He's a West Ham fan. He has been playing, Tig. Don't worry. I have been feeding him in and out of the squad every now and again. He is playing today as well. In this FA Cup third round tie against Sheffield Wednesday. So let's jump straight into that before the video gets even longer with all the transfer talk. So we're going to make debuts today. Pickford's playing this game, just get a couple more games in him. Lowton's making his debut. Fringe players are playing as well. So we're going Pickford in goal, Sessegnon at left back, Oxford, Balbuna, Lowton. I can never say this guy's name. Haksabanovic, Garmish, Declan Rice, Breenet on the right wing because we haven't got a right winger. I was gonna look to see if I can get one in. Not too sure yet. Sirhouse and Hernandez up front. So bench is looking fairly strong. Felipe Anderson, he was in. We'll give him number 16. Why not? Real Madrid have come in for Felipe Anderson. They offered me like £36 million. His release clause is 65, and that's what I want for him. It was back and forth. I think they went up to 47 or something like that. But £65 million is what I'm wanting for Felipe Anderson because he's a quality player. Come on, lads, show me what we can do. So we might not see Felipe Anderson after today's episode, depending on what happens in the transfer window. I don't want to lose him, but if they do offer £65 million, I will snap their hands off pretty much. You've seen a difference already, I hope. We are playing 2D from now on. I've noticed in the last few videos that it's a bit choppy. Now, when I'm looking at the screen, it's not too bad, but it's not great. It's not like fluid, but when I'm looking back on the record, I don't know if it's the recording. It's just slightly more choppy, and I don't know if it's because I've taught myself to look at this laptop and see that it's not the greatest, but it runs FM and it does all right. But I went on to 2D for a match, and it runs fantastically. It's smooth as anything, and I did some tests with the recording. Recordings were smooth as well. So from now on, hopefully it's all right with you lot. We're going to be playing 2D with 3D highlights. I have said before that you should play 3D because 3D is much better than 2D in my opinion. But for the sake of YouTube and for the sake of everyone, I'm going to be playing 2D because it's a lot smoother and the game has run a lot faster. Even in the menus, for some reason, ever since I put it into 2D, everything's just gone a lot smoother. So I've ranted about that throughout the whole first half. I'm not happy with the performance. It shouldn't be 0-0. Go back out there, grab us a goal. But yeah, hopefully 2D's fine with everyone. Hopefully the transfers. I know people are going to be upset with Mark Noble. I'm upset by Mark Noble. I didn't want him to leave, but he was adamant. He was out the door. So there's nothing much we can do. I'm going to try and bring in a top quality, either a top quality deep line playmaker because that's the role that we need, or like someone who's capable to doing it, but a youngster. So someone who can grow into a top quality player that we can get like fairly cheapish. I know I don't have to scringe. Like I've got a fair amount of money in the transfer kitty, but that's what I'm looking for. A young guy with potential, because they're not going to be playing every week because Jack Wilshere is my number one deep line playmaker. But someone, they're going to score, aren't they? Someone that, you know, if needed, can come in and do a job for us. So I have been looking around. No one's really caught my eye as of yet. I think Imbula from Stoke was around, but they want £40 million, and I'm not spending that on a Championship player. Well, someone who's playing in the Championship at least. So yeah, I haven't seen anyone yet, but I'm going to keep on looking. This game's gone fairly quick. As you can tell, everything is moving a lot faster. They're going to score. J-Ro Grot, what a name. Pretty dreadful, this game, if I'm honest. I kind of wanted a cup run, but as you can see, ever since I've gone to 2D, 3D has gone a bit worse, if I'm honest. But I'm going to keep it 3D highlights anyway, because we all need a bit of 3D in our lives. Right, let's make some substitutions. Let's get the big boys on. Anderson, you can come on for Burnett on the right wing, because you can do a job there. I'm going to bring on the 2 strikers as well, because Sir House has had a decent game, actually. He's on a 7.9 without scoring. So we'll bring Theo. Should we bring Theo or Moreno on? We'll bring Theo on because he's our top goal scorer. And he can play target man, which Hernandez can't do. So target man on support. And in fact, cancel. I'm going to take Lowton off. Put Burnett, because Burnett has been playing well at right back. Anderson coming on. Hernandez, target man on support. Theo on. Sorry about this. I'm just changing my mind all the time. I'm going to keep Oxford and Declan Rice on because I want them to play it. Same with Haksanovic. Going to keep him on. Sir House is having too good of a game. I can't take him off. I'm going to bring Ogbonna on for Balbuna and then swap these 2 around because Ogbonna's left-footed. And then play. Because shore up the defence a bit. Attack from the back. Is that what they say? Or defend from the front. Brilliant. We just need to kick on. And Declan Rice is getting sent off. I told you I was going to take him off. Luckily, for all of Sir House's amazingness, he can play centre midfield. So he's going to play centre midfield on attack. Which I didn't know until a few matches ago. I was like, we need a centre mid. I think Storora got injured against Liverpool. So I'd done all my subs and I was like, oh, he can play centre mid. Go for it, son. So, Brennan, I've realised I've talked throughout this game, so there's going to be no editing for me to do in this game. Anderson, that's terrible. The other thing with 2D is we can have stats on the side, because I don't like having stats when it's 3D, because it looks like it just clogs up the screen. So, we're going to finally have stats, and the league table will all be on the other side when we have a league game, obviously. We're going to lose against Sheffield Wednesday at home. That doesn't bode well for some of these players. Doesn't bode well. I can't believe this. Cannot believe this. It's unbelievable. We've lost. Who are we playing next? It's in the title, so you lot will know. But, no, what the fuck am I doing? That wasn't good enough. That's the first time I think I've shouted at my team all season. Chelsea, brilliant. Right, well, I'll see you for the Chelsea game then. Welcome back, everybody. Nothing's happened in terms of transfers, so no need to show you anything there. We're going back to our standard 11. The only change, really, that we've made from the standard 11 is Garmesh is coming in for Storora, because Storora is still... He's on the bench, but he's coming back from an injury. So, no point starting him and risking him for this game when we could need him for the latter part, the important part of the season, if you will. I've gone on counter for this game because Chelsea are 7th, but they're still probably a better team than us. As you can see, it's quite a good team, isn't it? Courtois in goal, who's obviously gone to Real Madrid now in real life. Aspilicueta, Christensen, Suma, Mario, Willian in centre mids, interesting. Kante, Jorginho, I assume it would be a Mazzara, so he'll be out here. Hazard in the middle, Milik and Morata up front. 2 target men, you would say? Do you call Morata a target man? Not too sure. I missed the revenge button. I like to say revenge. They're 10th. We're 2nd in the form table. So let's show them what we're all about, shall we? I don't know what this. I'm in a weird position because obviously we're having a very good season. Being second was unexpected as they go 1-0 up in the first minute. Brilliant. Being second was unexpected. I was expecting us to be 7th and Chelsea second, if I'm honest. Zuma with a header there. Brilliant. Yeah, I wasn't. So I don't really know how to judge it because I was thinking for ages, should I go control? Should I go counter? I've gone for counter, and at 5 minutes in, it kind of looks like it might be the wrong decision. But Yarmolenko's on this wing here. Can he beat Aspilicueta? He gets the cross in. Moreno's there. 6 minutes in, it's 1-1. I don't know if I can deal with this. Theo found Moreno, who whips out to Yarmolenko, who's done well to get round Aspilicueta and get the ball in. Found Moreno in the box, who just gets there first. Nice tap in at the front post. Beautiful play. But yeah, we had the, in January, if you're doing well, you can change your expectations. And I changed it to get in Europa League because there was the option to get in Champions League. And I was like, just in case something really drastic happens where we go on a massive losing streak, I'm going to go Europa League. There wasn't much difference in transfer budget and whatnot, but I just don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Kante should have scored there. This team's good. I've built a good team here over the summer. I've brought some fantastic signings in, but I don't see it as a second place team. It's really weird. And there's gaps forming everywhere. Like we're 4 points ahead of Arsenal, 9 points ahead of Tottenham, and 11 points ahead of City. If you offered me that at the start of the season, I would have stopped you halfway through the sentence. I would have stopped you if you said you were 4 points ahead of Arsenal, I'd been like, yeah, sound, give me that. I don't care if it was 4 points ahead of Arsenal, if Arsenal were bottom and we were 19th. I was like, yeah, sound. Second place is just amazing. Brunette's on this wing here, finds Yarmolenko, who whips it in. Moreno's there. Thought that was in for a minute. I thought that was in. But it's still 1-1. And the highlights, Milik is 99. Is that his number at Napoli? He's at Napoli, isn't he? Is he number 99? Interesting number to pick. We are 2-1 down now. Milik crossed the ball into Morata, who just beat everyone in the air. I feel like they are dominating us a little bit, aren't they? I feel like we might have to go control. I don't know, friends. I don't know. Right, another highlight. I feel like I'm not getting a chance to stop talking in 2D. It's just going so quick. It's a weird situation to be in. There's not going to be much editing in this video, if anything at all. Just to skip in the middle. Theo's there. That's a lovely header from Theo. It's 2-2. We are every time I think, yeah, we should probably go control again. We just go ahead and score. Wilshere into Theo, plays it out wide to Philippe, and whips it in. He found himself unmarked, which Chelsea should not be leaving anyone unmarked in the box at their level, especially when it's Theo, because he's a goal-scoring machine. We're going to go into half-time, 2-2, away at Stamford Bridge. Interesting. It's getting to the latter part of the season, and going what I was saying on earlier, it's starting to get real. Okay, we might actually do something quite special here and get into the Champions League, which second season, I was thinking, right, if we can challenge for Europa League, that'd be fantastic. Not be second after I don't know how many games we've played, but we're in January, not be second in January. It's just a crazy situation for me to be in. But Milik's running down this line here, finds Morata, and that's 3-2. 48 minutes in. This is going to be a high-scoring game, my friends, whatever I do. The thing is, we've had 2 clear-cut chances and we've buried them both. They haven't had a clear-cut chance yet. And they've scored 3 goals, which is a bit annoying. Another highlight. Robertson finds Wilshire to Robertson. Anderson, good ball in, but Theo can't quite get there. He is on the ball now. Yarmolenko, it's 3-3. We just... it's just, what the hell is going on? Chelsea must be fuming, going ahead 3 times in the game, and every time we've pinned them back instantly. A crazy situation being. Christensen, poor header, finds Moreno, found Theo. Keeper just... Oh, he dove really late. Okay, nice one, keeper. Nice one, Courtois. That's why Madrid spent millions and millions of pounds on you. Hazard whips it in. Kante's there. This game is getting a bit stupid now. They've had a clear-cut chance at least. I feel like both defences have been really poor today, and that's shown in the scoreline. We haven't scored. I mean, we haven't pegged them back instantly. Which is, they're going to score a 5th now. It's going to be game over, isn't it? Kante to Hazard to Morata. He looked like he megged Karius. Karius isn't kind of doing well. We got Jordan Pickford now, mate. You need to pull off some worldies to keep the number 1 shirt, at least. Hazard, did he meg Morata? Yeah, it looked like he megged him there. And we're going to get a kick-off highlight. And if they score again, Felipe just ran into Kante, just caught the ball instantly. Oh, this is not going to go well. We got the ball back. That's fine. Anderson to Moreno. It's weird. We've scored 3 goals, but we don't look threatening. Don't look threatening whatsoever. Courtois pumps up. We need to win that ball, which we do, but no one's found the second ball. Hazard's running down the line. Oh my good gracious me, what happened there? Oh my god, Kante, that's why you shouldn't shoot. Should I go? They're dominating us. I don't feel control's going to help us whatsoever. Right, we're in the 69th minute. I did just pause the game. Can we pause the game, please? What should we do? We're going to go control. We're going to go for it. 2 goals down. We need to at least start pushing for it and go for something that we know. Is Deroria good enough to come on? I don't feel like he is. Sirhouse, he's had very good games recently. I'm going to bring him on for Moreno. Sessegnon can come in at left back because Robertson's had a dreadful game. I would take off Wilshire, but I don't want to risk. You know what? I'm doing it. If he gets injured again, by that time I should have brought in another midfielder. And we can just put Garmesh into the ball-winning midfielder role. So fingers crossed he doesn't get injured. But if he does, it's not the end of the world. I think we've lost this game now. I think they've pretty much scored 4 or 5 headers, which set pieces and crosses has clearly ruined us today. But it looks like we're going to get our second loss, and there's the Deroria injury. It's a good job we brought Sirhouse on. Oh, brilliant. I feel like this could be the start of some bad times in this save. I say bad, like, we're second. How much worse can it get? Like, what, we drop into Europa League spots? Oh no, what a shame. Oh, don't score again, don't make it 7-3. We have not deserved to. They've only had 1 clear-cut chance. Oh, it's just over the line. Tried the cheeky lob, but they have dominated us. This has not been a good episode. This has been 2 losses, hasn't it? Next episode, we're going to need some drastic changes, I think. Some new personnel. We're going to need to bring in a midfielder anyway. If we can bring in a good midfielder. Karius, Pickford is probably going to be our starting keeper. We're going to have to sort out Karius' contract so he doesn't moan. But yeah, it's not been a fantastic episode in terms of results, has it? Interesting find. Sirhouse is doing a lot. I know Moreno's still getting goals. Moreno and Phil are still doing well, but every time Sirhouse plays, he does score a couple of goals. And we had a dull 1-0, and then we had a mad game like this where we lost 6-3. Wow. I'm far from pleased. I'm shocked, if anything. But if you did like that episode, please subscribe. If you're new around here, we don't usually lose 2 episodes in a game. There's the league table for you. We're still in a really good position. We're still 10 points off City, in 6th, which is probably a Europa League spot. Newcastle are probably in the Europa League spot. Our goal difference is still better than most teams around us. We're still in a very, very good position. Who should we come back for? You know what? I don't know. It will be surprise for the next episode. So if you like that, like I said, please subscribe, and I shall see you hopefully with some good news, some player signings, some more wins, and it won't be as bad as this episode. Thank you, and goodbye.